George Kilpatrick, Inspiration for the Nation, celebrating people that we feel good about. And yes, we like to talk about things going on in our community. Well, this week marks a major milestone. I said this month marks a major milestone for a local entertainment destination that's become a key part of Central New York's landscape. We're talking about the Yellow Brick Road Casino, which is celebrating its 10th anniversary. And from the day they opened their doors, this Chittenango-based casino initiative of the United Indian Nation has not only brought excitement and jobs, but also invested in the growth and vitality of our community, not only Madison County, but beyond. So joining us now is Matt Johnson, General Manager of the Yellow Brick Road Casino, to reflect on the journey, the impact, and what the next decade may hold. Of course, Matt, we welcome you to Inspiration for the Nation, and Turning Stone Enterprises, a great partner of Inspiration for the Nation. Matt, it is a big milestone. So how's it feel? Celebrate 10.
Feels so good, George. First of all, thanks for having me. I'm excited to be on here with you today. It's been amazing. I mean, just the planning involved in trying to make sure this 10-year milestone is celebrated the right way has been so much fun. You know, the whole team's invested in having a great time with it. So we are just really excited to kind of lay it all out there for the public, lay it all out there for our team members, and really just start to really celebrate.
And so what's the actual date of the milestone?
So the actual date is June 2nd. So
Okay.
yeah, we opened June 2nd, 2015.
Look at that. And so what do you remember most about the early days of the casino?
Well, I've been here for 3 years, so I wasn't one of the original openers, but I'll tell you, I hear stories. And so, you know, we have we're fortunate to have a good number of our team members that were originally opened the property back then. So, I mean, I hear a lot of great stories. I mean, even one of my favorites is that we were a bingo hall. You know, I mean, I didn't know that when I first got here, and you know, we started and we tried bingo, and you know, so there's some fun stories behind that. But really, you know, you have our team members that have been here for 10 years, and you know, you would think they were new team members. I mean, they're excited still. They have energy. They bring ideas. Just really love being a part of not only what we do every day, but a part of being the Chittenango community.
What would you say has been the secret sauce to the casino staying power in this competitive world?
I think it's I think it's twofold. I think, you know, first and foremost is presenting a good product, right? You want to make sure people come in here every day and you give them the best service you possibly can give them. You know, I know that the first time I drove here years and years ago when I just came as just a normal person, you know, I remember the experience because it was that good. And that was before I was even a part of it. So, you know, we've been doing this, you know, Turning Stone Enterprises has been doing this for a very long time. So that certainly is a very big part of it. The second and equally important is our team members. You know, our team members every day we're all committed to the same goal. You know, we want to have fun at work, we want to enjoy ourselves, and we really want to go out there. We want people to come back and see us. And so to be in Chittenango and to see the same faces that we see on a continual basis, you know, it's reassuring to let us know that we're doing that. We're doing just that. And I think most importantly to all of it, you know, every one of us has fun. We just have fun. You know, the team has fun. We have fun with the guests. We're always out there talking to as many people as we can, and really trying to create, you know, that local feel. And I think it does translate to everyone that comes in and sees us.
You talked about it beginning as a bingo hall, and now it has grown. So what are the ways since you've been there in the last 3 years, and even beyond that, have you seen the casino grow through facilities or dining or gaming or entertainment?
Absolutely. You know, George, I'm fortunate to be a part of Turning Stone Enterprises because one thing we do is we do not stop. You know, we're always looking for the next best thing. And, you know, in the 3 years that I've been here, you know, we've opened the Brick House Kitchen, which is a absolutely amazing gastro pub style restaurant. set right in the, with a large television, a screen, not a television, the screen. But I mean, that was a big part. So we opened, a restaurant in Chittenango, and it's gone over really, really well. And in addition to that, we've made some adjustments. We have the East End, which has our bowling. It has
I
a
was going to ask if you still had the bowling.
we do, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. We added darts to it. We added billiards. We have Golden Tee down there now. We have shuffleboard. We're always looking for ways to be a good entertainment, place, not just for the casino players, but also for people to enjoy it.
Now,
So
yeah, now, pardon that I don't know what Golden Tee is, but could you just tell me what that is?
it's an arcade game, right? So
Okay.
it's the you ever seen the trackball roller? You roll.
Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
All right. All
that's
right.
exactly what it is. Yeah, we're just
Okay.
trying to bring as many elements to that area as we can. And I think when you're out hanging out with your friends and you're socializing, even when I'm out with my friends, we're always looking at something different to do. And so we're trying to make as many things options down there for people as we can. And so that's another addition that we did. Darts is a big one. People love darts, George. I knew they like darts because I like darts, but to see how many people are always constantly down there playing, it's really fun to see.
Matt Johnson, General Manager, Yellow Brick Road Casino, joining us 10-year anniversary. So you said the staff and everybody's all excited. What have you been doing to make this anniversary as commemorative as possible?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have, in order to really celebrate our 10-year anniversary, the one thing we wanted to do was we really wanted to show everyone, including the team members and our guests, how appreciative we are for not only for the support of coming here for 10 years, but our team members for being here. So we have 10 days of fun for not only our team members, but also for our guests.
All right. So, Matt, you mentioned the 10-day celebration. We know it begins on the 5th of June. And when does it end?
It ends on June 14th with our $25,000 Timeless Tracks to Treasure giveaway. So you got some time. Come on in, enjoy yourself. Say hello to me. I'm Matt. We'll shake hands, or we'll welcome you to the property.
And that's on next Saturday, this Saturday, June 14th. Now, Matt, my birthday is the 10th. So can we do something? Well, let me.
You come, George, listen, you come in, we'll get a special table for you at Brick House Kitchen. We'll treat you like a king. I promise you that.
listen. Now we know the casino's open 24 hours. So is the drawing going to be 3 in the morning? We
8 p.m.
8 p.m. Eastern
8
time.
p.m.
All right, get
Yeah.
there.
Get here at 7 o'clock to get yourself in the drawing, and then it goes at 8 o'clock.
All right.
So it's going to be really exciting. I mean, some things we're doing for our team members. We have a 10-year logoed shirt that everyone's going to get on the first day. We're going to celebrate, we have a commemorative coin that they're going to receive as well. We're doing a bunch of trivia games, asking questions about, seeing if they know who the original team members were. Really just as much as we can do to really make this thing fun and enjoy it. And that's going to correspond with all the events we're doing for the guests. I mean, the guests are going to come in on day one. We're going to have cupcakes available to them when they walk in the door. Just say thank you. Here's some celebration. And then just a bunch of stuff all throughout the course of the 10 days. And then we're going to end that with a $25,000 Timeless Tracks to Treasure giveaway. So we're going to give away $25,000 at the end of our 10 days of celebration. And I think it's going to be a great time.
Oh, that is going to be a great time. And so as you look forward to after the 10 days, what are you looking ahead to see and do as far as the growth of the casino?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're excited to see what's going on at Turning Stone Enterprises. We're excited to see what's going on at Point Place Casino. So we're plugging along and we're doing everything we can too. And we're going to really focus on some great features for Brick House Kitchen. We're going to really push out the East End and continue to find ways to drive energy and fun down there and really make sure people can come in and have a great time. And then we're building some really fun ideas and promotions that we can run all next year. So really we're in the phases of really, all right, let's figure out what are we going to do for fun here. And so one of the events that we did that we really loved, we did a dueling pianos event in our brick house kitchen. And George, it was fantastic. I mean, the
Mm.
energy that we had there. So we're going to be working on some events like that that can really draw in, and people can really come in and be interactive with things that are going on. So I think people should really look out, in the horizon for stuff that we're going to be doing along those lines.
Gaming technology is evolving, including digital and mobile betting. How's the casino staying ahead of the curve there?
I think it's guest service. I mean, you have to look at it and you have to say people come in here, we recognize them, we use everyone's name. We have a lot of people, we hug, we shake hands, we do everything you can. I think guest service and really just that emotional connection with another person is really really important. And so I think what we'll continue to do is give the best service that we can and make sure, whenever somebody comes in here, we go out of our way to get to know their names. And we have our slot reps that walk around and they're constantly, entertaining, and they're always looking for people to talk to. And especially if we see somebody new, we're going to go right over to them and we're going to try to say hello and make sure they know that we appreciate them being there.
So you do have regulars.
Lots of regulars, lots of regulars, lots of friends we have that come in all the time, George.
How would you describe the impact you've made in the Chittenango community, whether it's jobs or any kind of local partnerships, sponsorships, or any other kind of efforts on a charitable nature?
I think our commitment and what we do in terms of just an opportunity for people to work. I think if you look in this area in general, we all know the temperature the last 15 or 20 years, and we've
Yeah.
continued to grow and we've continued to make investments. And I was fortunate to be a part of the lake house at Sylvan Beach when they opened. I started there, and really to feel it. I just was talking about this with somebody recently. It was the proudest I've ever been in my entire career. And I know I look young, George, but I've been around for a little
I
while.
was going to say.
No, I've lived a career, but really from the opening day and just to see all the senior leaders and all the leadership of, Turning Stone Enterprises working together with, the local community leaders and on the county, and then just to see everybody working with the team members, everybody was working together. And I've never been a part of an organization like that where everybody was doing whatever they could for a common goal, which was really just to create a great experience for people. So I think you can't, you cannot downplay the impact of that. And I even have friends who say to me, we absolutely love every property that Turning Stone, has. We just, because we go out of our way. I mean, everybody wants to make sure, when you leave our property, you feel really good about being here.
You talked about being there 3 years and before that at the lake house at Sylvan Beach. Tell me about your career in gaming and how you got to be where you are from a
Yeah,
leadership
yeah.
standpoint. Yeah.
I started my career in restaurants. So I was a young manager. I was a general manager when I was 24 years old, and so I learned pace right out of the gate, right? I learned a lot. I think, when you start a career like that, it's really if you can do that, you can do a lot of things. And so, I that's where my career started. And then when the opportunity came around for then I got into some entertainment and some bigger things like that. I got into gaming and, video games and then other stuff. And then my first experience of gaming was at the lake house, and I loved it. I mean, I got to tell you, just to see how everything kind of works and just to really understand how slot machines work was really, really fun. It was something that was relatively new. And then when I came over to YBR Casino and Sportsbook, just the table games element is incredibly exciting. I remember being, 1995, being a college student at Lemoyne College, and a buddy of mine would jump ship. We'd jump class and we'd come to Turning Stone, and with $40 in a dream in our pockets, and we'd play craps for a couple hours, and sometimes 15 minutes, sometimes a couple hours, but it was just fun. It was entertainment for us. So I kind of brought that young energy with me when I started working at YBR, and and then was able to really see kind of the way it operates, and it's just as exciting today as it was when I was an 18-year-old kid coming to check out Turning Stone.
And so the beat goes on. So uh any final thoughts to the guest staff and local supporters who've made this milestone possible?
we can't thank everybody enough. I think, the one thing that we look at is we look at our appreciation for everyone. And,
Hmm.
even from the top all the way down, just the fact that people come in here and they smile and they enjoy themselves, and everybody that comes in to support us, and there's so much that goes on behind the scenes and support that our support services and other things do that never get recognized, and we appreciate all of it. And even in planning this big anniversary, we've had such a team effort to really make everything come together. And I think the list is even too long to mention, George. It's one of those things where you just want to get up on a podium and say thank you, to everybody across the board, because that's the best you can do, because there's so many people involved in doing that. So thank you to everybody for continuing to support us. Thank you for coming in and making people's days better, and really creating smiles and just a lot of energy.
The YBR Yellow Brick Road Casino and Sportsbook is located 800 West Genesee Street in Chittenango, right on Route 5. So you can't miss it.
Can't miss it.
You can't
Can't
miss
miss
it.
it. Can't miss the gold sign on the building.
You can't miss the gold sign in the building. And I tell you, it is a lot of fun. I think before we got on, I was telling you that when my sister visits, she lives in New York, or downstate, and when she comes to Syracuse, I have to put in my schedule when we go YBR.
That's amazing. We
She does.
absolutely love that.
I have to make it work.
Absolutely.
I was like, she's like, is it going to be? Because even if it's the weekend, it's a Saturday, Sunday, and then we have to go. And usually, if she gets in the night before, the next night we have to be there. And and I tell you how funny she is. I have to get away from her, and she has her way of hitting the machine, rubbing them.
Yeah.
Everybody has their little
Everybody's
thing,
got their way.
right?
Listen,
But
when she comes in, George, we'll give her a couple of squeegees. We'll give her some YBR logo stuff. We'll have a good time with her. We'll give her some good luck charms. She can see which one works the best.
she loves
Yeah.
her some YBR. I'm gonna tell you, and I'm not blowing smoke. It's a fact. Look it up. Watch the tape.
Well, hey, tell her to come in. Let's give her a hug. Let's welcome her aboard. Tell her how much we appreciate her coming in. And like I said, we'll have lots of good luck charms for her to try out and see which one works the best.
Wonderful. It's the 10th year anniversary of the Yellow Brick Road Casino. From our Steam Fund to Community Center Purpose. Congratulations again to you, Matt, and the entire team on 10 successful years. And to our listeners, if you're already on the road to something great, why not take the next step? Check out YBR and see what they've got going. 10 years, 10 days of fun. It should be a lot of fun and continued success.
Thank you so much, George. Appreciate you having me on today. It was fun
Inspiration,
talking to you.
inspiration for the nation.